what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, voice of gallantry streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the
Good evening, administrators, faculty, family, and Walker Valley High School class of 2024. My name is All right, you may be seated. Got a little excited there. Good evening, administrators, faculty, family, and Walker Valley High School class of 2024. My name is Lenny Chapman, and I'm here representing Walker Valley SCA. Congratulations on finishing strong and being here today. We've made it, and not by our own strength, but because of God's sovereignty, as He has seen us through one year after another. Jeremiah 26:12 says, Lord, you establish peace for us. All that we have accomplished, you have done for us. It is my prayer for all of you that you would know that none of this high school experience has been a coincidence. No matter how monotonous showing up at this school for 4 years straight may have felt, you were placed here for a reason. You matter, and as we are moving from this chapter of life and on to the next, wherever that may be for you, remember that you are not here by accident. There is a God who loves you, and He has been with you all the while. He has placed people in your life for a reason. Look around at all of the teachers here. They've been here for you. Look at the stands and everyone here to support you. They're here for you. So as we move on to the next stage of life, know that there are people in your corner. Know that God is for you and that you are not alone. I pray that each and every one of you would have success in all that you go on to do. I pray that you would learn to be content in all circumstances, that God would give you peace, true peace, that transcends all understanding, that you would find community and fellowship and allow yourself to be poured into and to pour into others. I pray that you would have thick skin yet soft hearts, that you wouldn't take yourself too seriously, but learn to laugh at your mistakes and move on from them, because life is short and all we've got is the present moment. I pray that you will experience life to the fullest. I pray that when life gets tough, you will turn to God and those who care about you instead of isolating yourself, because people do care and God cares for you. I pray that, and it is my prayer that you may have power to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God.
It can be bittersweet to think about all of the events and relationships that will end with this season, but I am beyond excited to see what comes next. Sometimes when you think about the future, it can be scary. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know the one who holds the future. God does. You know what He says in Jeremiah 29:11? He has plans to prosper us and not to harm us. He has plans to give us a hope and a future. And I believe that that is true for every single person in this graduating class. Sometimes life is hard, and sometimes life is scary. Let me tell you about a time when I was afraid. A few years ago, I went to Greece with a group from my church. One afternoon, my family stepped into an empty elevator. Our intentions were to visit the pool, but we never made it that far. The elevator began to shake, and I couldn't help but fear the worst as I watched the mirror shatter from top to bottom. Sorry. The lights flickered, and the elevator filled with smoke. My heart dropped as the cables broke. We were falling, and not just a floor or two. We fell 4 floors before being caught by the emergency cables. But little did we know, however, these backup cables would only hold for a couple seconds. I'll never forget my dad pressing the open button repeatedly as we waited in the most intense silence I've ever experienced. Once the doors opened, my brother and I jumped out with my parents right behind us. Just as soon as we were safe on the ground, the elevator doors closed and the emergency cable snapped. The small metal room that we had stepped onto not more than 60 seconds before fell all the way to the basement level. The people in the hotel lobby said that the sound was comparable to that of a car crash. When I think about scary moments in my life, this moment's at the top of my list. We fell 4 floors in an elevator, and we were this close to falling 3 floors more. And yet, you know what that moment's taught me? Elevator cables may let me down, but my God never fails. Knowing that that day could have been my last reminds me that life is a vapor. It's here today, but it might be gone tomorrow. On that day, I know that God had my family right in the palm of his hands, and he will continue doing so for eternity. Throughout all of our lives, cables will snap, people will let us down, jobs will fall through, injuries will happen, and things won't always go our way. But I say all of this to encourage you. I hope that you are revitalized by the fact that if God still has you here, he has a purpose for you. If you woke up this morning with breath in your lungs, then you have a reason to be alive. Moving out of this season and into a new one is totally scary, but he's had this moment planned since the beginning of time. When I was 7 years old, I gave my life to Jesus, and since that day, he's given me hope. He's given me purpose. He's given me life. In the same way that he saved me, he can do the same for you. As you enter this new season, you don't have to do it alone. Class of 2024, today is our day. This is the moment that we've been working for. So on behalf of myself and Mr. Jackson, congratulations, seniors. All the glory to God. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
So my first question is, all of us keep saying Mr. Jackson, does he give all of us money? So I want to start by saying congratulations to the class of 2024. You have shown great fortitude in getting here. I know that you had struggles, you had questions, but overall you give it your best. When I look at you, I see young ladies and young men who are set to prosper, to make us as a community better, and to make our world better. When I begin reading all of your accomplishments, I want you to begin to reflect on what got you here. Was it a teacher, parent, friends, your love of Christ? What got you here? I would hope that you always have someone to lean on, because in the future, people are going to lean on you. And your experiences, the ones that have shaped you, you need to share with others about what dedication means, hard work, finishing. So before I tell of all the accolades, could we all give the class of 24 a roaring round of applause? There are so many of you that I know personally, that I've come to know and understand, that your intelligence, your inquisitiveness, and everything about you says that no matter what's happening in the world, you're going to make it better. I think this is one of the classes that will solve world problems, and find so many extra avenues for all of us to be grateful that we have been in your path. So class of 24, there are 343 of you. You have 251 graduating with a GPA of 3.0 or higher and an average ACT of 22.6. That's amazing. You have 180 seniors with a 3.5 or higher and an average ACT of 23.71. It just keeps getting better. 41 seniors are graduating with a 4.0 GPA and an average ACT of 26.24. 169 seniors have a 21 ACT composite or higher. 37 seniors have a 28 ACT composite or higher. 21 seniors have a 30 ACT composite or higher. 8 seniors are AP Scholar candidates, and 173 seniors are graduating with distinction. 98 seniors are graduating with state honors, meeting all 4 benchmarks on the ACT. 84 seniors are graduating as Circle of Champions. 32 of them have been 4-year members. 141 seniors are Tri-Star Scholars. 15 seniors earned the Seal of Biliteracy, and 225 seniors are graduating as Ready graduates. 14 seniors participated in the TVIC program and already graduated with an associate's degree. So when you look at the academic accomplishments, you are seeing shining stars. Again, would you give this class a round of applause for their accomplishments? So amazingly, not are they only intelligent, hardworking, but they have many more accomplishments. We have 47 seniors participated in college and technical opportunities at PI and are earning 75 dual enrollment credits through Cleveland State and TCAT. That's amazing. 13 state medals for Skills USA, 3 state medals for DECA, and 1 state medal for HOSA. So not only do we think, work, but we also accomplish those extra miles by earning college credits. Thank you. And now we get into those Friday nights. We get into basketball and all of the athletics. So one of the things that I would like to do is to have you stand if you participated in any extracurricular activities over the last year. Would you stand for us? Thank you. That shows you what well-rounded students we have. So listen more. The football program had their first semi-final playoff appearance of this senior class. 8 players named All-Region, including a Player of the Year, 4 All-State recognitions, 4 All-Area recognitions, and 4 players named Best of Prep. So I do have to confess, there were times I was in the stand when I didn't think the coach was making the right plays. So I guess I was wrong since they did so well. I did say things about him I probably shouldn't have said. We had 2 seniors named All-District in volleyball. The golf team had 1 region champ and 1 state qualifier. Girls soccer, 4 seniors named All-District, 3 all-region, 2 all-state, and our cross-country team had 1 senior region champion and 4 state qualifies. So we show out wherever we go. Again, a round of applause. We just keep getting better. The bowling team had 4 seniors named all-district, 3 males and 1 female, and 3 seniors males named all-region. The archery team had 3 females and 3 males named all-region. The Mustang wrestling program had 1 male senior state medalist and 1 women's wrestlers in the state sectionals. And the men's basketball team had 2 regular season all-district seniors, 1 all-district tournament, and 1 senior recognized as a region tournament MVP. Amazing. The Lady Mustangs basketball program had 3 seniors named all-district and 1 all-region. The men's soccer team continues to compete in the district tournament and has 6 seniors named all-district. 3 all-district seniors in baseball. The softball team continues to compete and had 1 senior named all-district. Our boys and girls tennis teams are district champions with their senior boy and girl as the district's individual champions. The track team has 6 seniors named all-district and 43 seniors recognized as scholar athletes for maintaining a 3.5 GPA while actively participating in athletics. When we look at this whole picture, what you see is students when they step on a field or step in a classroom, they're going to give it their all. And for that, we know that you will go out and change the world. But we have even more. Fine arts, we had 6 seniors named to All East Honor Band, 1 senior named to All East Jazz Band, 1 senior named to All-State Band, 3 seniors named All-East Honor Choir, 2 seniors named to All-State Choir, and 1 senior participated in the state speech and debate tournament. The next thing that I talk to you about, before I even start, if you are in this audience and you served in our military branches, would you please stand? One of my proudest moments tonight was walking on this field and seeing our JROTC color guard. It has been in the thoughts and minds of all of us to provide that for our students. And I can't tell you how excited we are to participate in that. And even just in this one semester, and if you are these seniors, I would like for you to stand. We have 1 senior swearing in with the Air Force on May 14th. Would you please stand? We have 1 senior enlisted in the U.S. Navy reporting in June. We have 1 senior with full Navy ROTC scholarship that will report this summer. And I want to say that again, full Navy ROTC scholarship. Would you please stand? They may be shy. We have 4 seniors that have expressed their intent to sign with various military branches. If that is you, would you please stand if you have that intent? Thank you. That is one of my proudest moments, is to see that we have young men and women who've already committed to serving for our country and for each and every one of us. So thank you. Now, believe it or not, you have 275 seniors who are eligible for the Hope Scholarship, which is potentially $5,500,000. You have 23 seniors are eligible for the General Assembly Merit Scholarship, which is potentially $92,000. You have 109 seniors earned merit or athletic scholarships totaling $3,459,480. You have seniors earned community scholarships totaling $152,200. I want you just to take a breath and listen to the next accomplished. This means that the class of 2024 has been awarded a total of $9,203,730. We are so proud of you. And parents, we are thankful for you and the money that's coming with these students. So, of all those accomplishments, what I want to leave you with is your future is just now getting started. You are bright. You are simply amazing young men and women who will change the world. Thank you. And again, could you give them a round of applause? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd first like to thank our families, our friends, and all of the faculty and staff that are in attendance today to celebrate our accomplishments and the conclusion of our journey through high school. As we exit this phase of our lives, I believe that it is important for us to look back and think of all the people that inspired us to press on despite the challenges we faced. Whether it was a friend who was there for you in a time of need, a parent that always encouraged you to do your best, or a teacher that promised a pizza party if the class did great on a test, we were able to fulfill their hopes for our success through our determination to achieve what was set out before us. And even though we have made it this far and overcome many setbacks, the future is unfortunately still uncertain to many of us. A wise man who happens to have the same last name as me, shout out to you, Dad, once said that throughout history, there's evidence that we do not always have the answers to all the world's problems. Moving on after high school can be nerve-wracking, and there may be times where we feel like we are lacking direction because of the current confusing state of the world. However, thanks to the amazing educators here at Walker Valley and this graduating class's tenacity to succeed, I trust that we are more than prepared to go out into the world and do everything in our power to solve the problems that life throws at us. I am sure that if we continue to persevere like we have to make it to where we are today, we will continue to achieve our goals and accomplish more than we can even imagine. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad everyone could make it tonight. I know the storm's really bad this morning. I'm very glad we can have it outside. Really worried about that. It's been a long road traveled, but we finally made it. It's crazy to think about the past 13 years of school, knowing it's finally done. Throughout those 13 years, we have faced challenges and were stopped by obstacles, but we always managed to overcome them. We worked hard, and now we finally get to see what that hard work has gotten us. Our time at Walker Valley was one of a kind. Not only did we learn in the classroom, but we learned several life lessons. Looking back at freshman year, I didn't know what high school would look like. COVID had screwed up the world, and it was hard to tell what would come from it. I remember asking myself what high school was supposed to be like, because I knew this surely wasn't it. School became an every other day sort of thing, and you only get to see half your friends. The question kept getting asked, will schools close again? Will this ever end? Thankfully, sophomore year was a turnaround. I remember sophomore year as the first real year of high school. The excitement of football games were back, marching band put together an amazing show, and this was the first year I finally felt like I was a high schooler. Field trips were also starting to come back, which added to the fun of the everyday experience. I remember the first time I went to Skills USA, thinking it was going to be boring at best, but to my surprise, it was so much fun. From the fire pit on the roof to the 1 a.m. lobby hangout, the trip was not a disappointment. And just to top it all off, we got our licenses. Freedom was placed in our hands, and we knew this is where the fun would begin. Junior year was a year to remember. The workload picked up, and we had to start thinking about our future. With all these big decisions, it put a lot of stress on us. But this was when I learned one of the most important lessons of high school, the importance of having true friends. My friends and family got me through junior year, and I'm so grateful for them. From the Fantastic Five to the new relationships that were created, the people in my life made junior year special. Finally, we get to senior year. I feel like we had an amazing year to end on. The football team was great, and we had the best marching show I've ever seen. The Friday night lights were ones to remember, and helped me make this year one I would never forget. We were busy making final decisions about our future, but we had a great time with friends. This was the year of friends, and I could not ask for better. From late night ice cream runs to going to see concerts, this year was anything but boring. Overall, high school wasn't so bad. We had great teachers who worked hard to make sure we were okay, especially my dad, who was the best math teacher ever. I had such a great time with the band and do not regret being involved with everything that I was a part of. I'm thankful for my mom, who always tried to help with my workload, and I'm thankful for all my friends who truly made high school special. There was one person in particular who always made life exciting and put a smile on my face. I don't think I want to face the future without her. I believe that anything is possible if you put your mind to it, and having people to count on is the best thing to have. Looks like we're almost there, so for the final time, go Mustangs. Can everyone please stand for the alma mater?
as the band and choir come down and everyone gets seated, let's give them one more round of applause for their talent. It is my privilege tonight to stand before the 23rd graduating class of Walker Valley High School, our families, friends, and educators. We are here to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments, as well as your transition from adolescence to adulthood. We are blessed to be able to all be out here on this beautiful night. This would not be possible without our Champions Education, the Bradley County Schools Board of Education, who are with us this evening. Our chairman of the board, Miss Vicki Beatty, she's representing our 2nd district. We also have Miss Nancy Kaysen, Mr. Ted Bryson, Mr. Josh Taylor, Miss Rachel Goins, Miss Amanda Lee, and Dr. Jeff Lovingood. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. In addition, we are grateful for the time and support of our Bradley County Commissioners, Mr. Mylan Blake, Mr. Denny Collins, Mr. Bill Winters, and Mr. Scott Gilbert, who are also here with us to celebrate. Even though our school board members and county commissioners represent specific voting districts, their work and their hearts support all Bradley County schools. We would also like to welcome our distinguished guests serving as elected officials and community leaders who have taken their time to join us this evening. Tennessee State Senator Adam Lowe, Tennessee State Representative Dan Howe, and Tennessee State Representative Kevin Raper. In addition to our school board and these county commission, these fine leaders advocate for us in public education at the state level. Thank you so much for your support. As always, I would like to extend a special thank you to Sheriff Steve Lawson for the security this evening and his commitment to ensuring safety in all of our schools by providing well-trained and well-respected SROs with multiple officers serving at each secondary school. In addition, we are grateful for the ongoing support of Director Adam Lewis of Bradley County EMS for providing ambulance service tonight. We are also filled with gratitude for the support and encouragement from our central office team. Thank you, Dr. Linda Cash, Director of Schools, for your vision to better our school system and our community and for celebrating with us this evening. We would also like to recognize Todd Shoemaker, Secondary Supervisor, Arlette Robinson, CTE Supervisor, Denny Collins, Supervisor of Assessment, Accountability, and Strategy, Brittany Cannon, Director of the Pye Center, Ben Smith, Dean of Students at the Pye Center, Heather Bischoff, CTE District Lead, and Sarah Crispin, Human Resources Supervisor, for their attendance tonight and their support throughout the school year. And this year in particular, we would like to offer a special thank you to the weather experts who have partnered with us throughout this unpredictable week. David Glenn at News Channel 9, Josh Engel from Engel Weather Service, and Terry McElhaney, Director of Pupil Services for Bradley County Schools. Thank you for answering our calls, responding to our messages, and calming our fears during this severe weather week. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who suffered damage during the storms. I would also like to thank Pastor Jordan Easley and his team who offered the use of their beautiful First Baptist Cleveland campus for this ceremony due to the predicted weather conditions. As you can tell, we are blessed to have a strong community that cares about our students, our families, our teachers, and our schools. Before we celebrate our graduates, I would be remiss if I did not recognize our Walker Valley faculty and staff who pour into our students to enrich their high school experience and help make sure they reach and achieve and get across the stage, this year more than ever. We also, for the first time, have instructors from the Pi Center within our faculty group this evening. Please join me in recognizing all of our educators on this Graduate Week and Teacher Appreciation Week. We could not do this without you. And now to our students, the class of 2024. It was earlier this semester, maybe in our first countdown to graduation meeting, when I realized that I started at Walker Valley as principal the same year these students started at Walker Valley as freshmen. I do not know Walker Valley without you. We faced the COVID year together, trying to figure out what social distancing meant in a school of 1,500 plus. Let's just say it was a rocky start. But through love, perseverance, and dedication, we celebrated every opportunity to be together because we knew what it was like to be apart. This class has faced loss, challenges, and adversity. But instead of making them bitter, it has made them better. Just like this week has been a microcosm of challenges and flexibility, this is a group of overcomers. They see an obstacle and they work together to move beyond it. They experience a loss and they come together to grieve and then to heal. They are faced with a problem and they challenge each other to solve it. And after this crazy, busy, stressful week, here you are, headed off to college, headed off to the military, headed off to work. But wherever you head off to, or if you are lucky enough to stay right here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, you will take these lessons and learnings with you because we all experience them together. I'm going to take a minute to shout out Charleston Elementary. I was blessed to be the principal there for 5 years before coming here to Walker Valley. Many of these students here tonight were in 4th grade when I started there. Principal Kirk Campbell graciously allowed me to come back yesterday and participate in their Bradley County Schools Senior Walk, which may be the best tradition ever. The vision statement at Charleston is proud of the past, focused on the future. That was also the vision statement when Charleston was a K-12 school before Walker Valley was built. And I can't think of a better message for this group of students. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Be proud of what you have overcome. Be proud of the relationships you have built. But now it is time to focus on the future. And take all of those experiences and memories and relationships that make you uniquely you and go make your college better. Go make your workplace better. Go make your unit or battalion better. Go make your community better. Because you were put here for a reason, and you will be put there for a reason. And the reason is because you will make a difference. No one else can make the difference you can make. And that starts tonight with the choices you make. Remember that today and every day, your choices matter. And now to our audience. As our students walk across the stage this evening, Mr. Mann will set a cadence of calling students' names. If someone yells or screams after a name is called, it is highly likely that the next name will not be heard. We want all of our 343 seniors to be recognized, so that we ask that you hold your applause until we can all celebrate all of our graduates together. Dr. Cash, at this time, with the authority given to me by the Bradley County Board of Education and the state of Tennessee, I present these students, the Walker Valley class of 2024, as having completed the requirements for a diploma from the best high school in our area. Mr. Mann, please prepare to call the roll.
Noah Addison Harner. Alex Christopher Loveday. Lindy Mae Chapman. James David Canada. Jaylee Lene Easley. Kennedy Michelle Smith. Kennedy Elaine Goforth. Isabella Claire Guyton. Julia Nanette King. Elizabeth Ursula Owens. Haley Michelle Baker. Avery Kyle Baskins. Ava Grace Berghoff. Candace Gabriella Bird. Madison Joanne Bischoff. Jameson Garrett Blair. Javen Christopher Bowe. Leah Catherine Brantley. Jaden Alexis Brooks. Jacob Render Keynes. Chelsea Ray Carroll. Easton Alexander Carson. Ensley Kate Collins. Emily Grace Conway. Keely Addison Cross. Samantha Morgan Crow. Cameron Brooke Davis. Catherine Elizabeth Davis. Malia Riley Delk. Sarah Allison Peggy Dukes. Elissa Kate Earls. Matthew McCoy Ernest. Bailey Rose Finch. Christian Brady Fox. Bennett Kirk George. Braden Patrick Greer. Abigail Morgan Green. Tommy Garrett Gruber. Seth Charles Guffey. Autumn Olivia Harner. Luke Tanner Hawkins. Parker Jackson Hokut. Jonathan Tyler Job. Isabella Viola Johnson. Caden Elijah Jones. Alex Longley Keller. Caitlin Marie Kirkpatrick. Savannah Ashlyn Knott. Maxton Mitchell Lehman. Jalea Michelle Alexis Lindsay. Mia Colby McElhaney. Morgan Jade McElhaney. Valeria Melendez Vasquez. Cameron Allen Miller. Flint Dylan Morey. Jeremiah Taylor Myers. Brandon Ray Nichols. Rebecca Ann Olander. Madison Caroline Oren. Andrew Tyler Parker Jr. Samuel Eddie Escalante. Aiden Daniel Phelps. Addison Nicole Philpott. Ashlyn Brielle Pierce. Lily Renee Renner. Jacob Alexander Rich. Caitlin Ann Roan. Madison Anthony Santos. Caleb Andrew Sawsville. Jacob William Schulk. Abigail Rose Seaborn. Lance Dustin Sims. Kylie Madison Skipper. Lucas Brandon Smith. Keller Luke Stansel. Samuel Thomas Taylor. Hillary Faith Marion Travis. Lillian Grace Danica Turnbow. Audrey Grace Webb. Maxwell James Webb. Madeline Grace Whaley. Eli Daniel Wilson. Abigail Kate Wood. Andrew Richard Wood. Addison Clark Woodall. Zarina Dawn Acevedo. Matthew Ashton Aarons. Derek Eli Aikman. Alexis Kendall Albritton. Emily Odessa Rhiannon Anderson. Evelyn Meredith Arcand. Jacob Richard Arntz. Caleb Lee Austin. Brian Mason Bain. Stephen Wayne Banks. Jenalee Brianne Barrera. Garrison Kent Bess. Hannah Chiari Blankenship. Noah Timothy Boss. Brady Michael Bozell. Kylie Morrow Brady. Willie Lee Bryce II. Molly Lynn Bright. Samuel David Bright. Savannah Margaret Kane. William Donovan Kerrigan Jones. Ulysses Felipe Castellanos. Cameron Jace Clark. Sarah Beth Clark. Truman Cash Coates. Lennox Aline Coleman. Morgan Emily Coleman. Philip Thomas Coleman. Keller William Cook. Destiny Grace Crabtree. Damaris Cruz Evangelista. Summer Laney Dog. Jonathan Parker DeFries. McKenna Brooke Denton. Lillian Renee Depew. Daniel Preston Dickinson. Mackenzie Grace Doan. Alexis Grace Dunn. Taylor Nicole Eagle. Bailey Paige Ellis. Nevaeh Joy Elvin. Carter Andrew Ensley. Ashton Alejandro Espinoza. Melanie Suzanne Fentress. Leah Grace Finnell. Gabriel Miko Fish. Tyron Marcellus Forte Carlisle. Anna Grace Guerin. Robert Forrest Guerin III. Lillian Faith Gelman. Briley Reese Goldman. Sebastian Gonzalez Gutierrez. Bryson Lee Goss. Lauren Addison Green. Noah Riley Green. Jose Emilio Guerrero. Brendan Edward Robert Guffey. Robert David Gustafson II. Lauren Jean Hall. Austin Cole Hampton. Emily Grace Hampton. Christopher Robert Haney. Mackenzie McClay Hannah Sampson. Ezekiel Adam Hardin. Mackenzie Elizabeth Hargis. Jonas Governor Harness. Camden Shane Harris. Emma Carolyn Henderson. Amber Marie Henry. Chelsea Lachey Hernandez. Chloe Sabriel Heron. Maya Cheyenne Haishu. Wyatt Oland Richard Hill. Leandre Tamaris Hinton. Jacob Carter Hollingsworth. Skylar Renee Hooper. Aiden James Horner. Abby Nicole Hauser. Caitlin Grace Uzori. Haley Christina Hughes. Christopher Gordon Hutt. Lily Mai Ito. Jacob Carter Jackson. Michaela May Jenkins. Ella Mackenzie Johnson. Braden Allen Jones. Ernest Franklin Jones IV. Kaylee Jane Jones. Noah Robert Jones. Sharon Marie Kiora Kaler. Marissa Lee Kelsch. Mark Daniel Kesley. Molly Mackenzie Kidd. Elizabeth Ann Kimsey. Aaron Quinn Kinnerson. Ethan Eugene King. Ethan Ross King. Jackson David Joseph Knoll. Joseph Andrew Langstaff II. Chloe Faith Littlejohn. Noah Braden Lovingood. Ryan Lee Lynn. Nathan Jacob Manning. Trevor Chester Martin Dunsel. Adriana Helena Martinez Rodriguez. Samuel Timothy Maslov. Spencer Benjamin Mason. Joanna Matias Mateo. Casey Brett Matthews. Brooklyn Lachey Mays. Cadence Brianne McAllister. Jackson Lee McBrayer. Kylie Pearl McCartney. Layla Elizabeth McKay. Chloe Ray McConnell. Sarah Lynn Merrill. Carson Benjamin Milan. Sean Christopher Mitchell. Jesse Aline Murray. Marissa Lee Murray. Elizabeth Kate Nicodemus. Carter Eugene Norris. Nicholas David Ochoa. Kristen Faye Afringa. Ethan Edward Ostein. Ashton Kinzer Owens. Grayson Benjamin Owens. Nevaeh Brianne Owens. Isaac Cole Pardue. Braden Matthew Pennell. Sabrina Perez Pisano. Connor James Phillips. Ashlyn Kinsley Plumley. Chloe West Poe. Peyton Ireland Pratt. Emily Morgan Pritt. Xavier Todd Reagan. Jason Singh Rahal. Amanda June Reeves. Sarah Renee Robertson. Dylan Lee Rogers. Thomas Jackson Sampson. Miranda Ella Sanchez. David Gray Sanders. Emma Grace Sargent. Nolan Franklin Chabelle. Evan Gray Schwarzel. Alexandria Marie Shannon. Josiah Emmanuel Shepard. Aaron Lane Sisson. Braxton Kyler Smith. Matthew Kello Soul. Michael James Staley. Macy Elise Starr. Amberly Marie Sustersick. Braden Scott Taylor. Emily Ann Todd. Alan Kennedy Velasquez Samayoa. Molly Christian Vorwaritzkel. Olivia Marie Wade. Eli John Wallace. Connor Cole Wehunt. Brianna Elizabeth Wells. William Ross Wheeler. Preston Chase Whitaker. Isabel Paige Williams. Riley James Williams. Jace Robert Willis. Sanite Kristen Wilson. Brantley Graves Walford. Haley Noel Wooten. Carly Ann Wright. Hudson Jeremiah Yoder. Kenneth Lee Allen. Jeffrey Michael Alexander Barnes. Michelle Mariah Bockham. Kylie Brooke Bias. Destiny Ray Bigham. Jordan Matthew Bivens. Tiara Lachey Blackwell. Justice Austin Brackett. Bethany Joyce Brady. Noah Philip Burnett. Levi Anthony Campbell. Riley Jordan Carlisle. Abigail Louise Carroll. Jesse Alexander Cheney. Aiden Dakota Cord. Emily Caitlin Connor. Albert Contreras. Clara Bell Renee Cross. Sydney Raymond Cross Jr. Chelsea Danielle Crow. Grayson Turner Crow. Darian Jacob Crutchfield. Dylan Colson Davenport. Valencia Sade Davis. Jose Isai Dietz. Elia Violet DiPaolo. Ian Tarver Dooley. Riley Renee Doss. Chloe Alexis Dugan. Timothy Gage Ellis. Jaden Alexander Russell Estrada. Keontae Marjan Finley. Aiden Tyler Fraze. Esley Grace Freeman. Drew Evan Gibson. Cameron Edward Gilbert. Andrew David Glasser. Edwin Fernando Gonzalez Alvarado. Cash Jackson Good. Billy Page Hamblin. Jewel Sky Hambright. Andrew David Hansen. Juan Martin Herrera Garcia. Kevin Omar Hinojosa. Jariah Seth Hood. Lyric Jackson Hughes. William Brody Jenkins. Caitlin Grace Johnson. Lucas Benjamin Johnson. Thomas Logan Johnson. Latrell Jashawn Kennedy. Martin Chantel King. Marcus David Knight. Asia Clennell Llewellyn. Luis Eduardo Lopez Jacobo. Stephen Elliston Merrill. Riley Austin Myers. Nancy Ann Elizabeth Ulrich. Caden Joshua Payne. Oriel Perez Pisano. Armani Naomi Lachey Marie Person. Kaylin Aubriana Rogers. Peyton Wesley Austin Rosenbaum. Jordan Elizabeth Roshak. Sahara Leanne Scoggins. Dominic Austin Sr. Hannah Joyce Shikes. Micah Thomas LeBryan Shields. Samuel Theodore Sika. Richard Dwayne Simpson Jr. Jesse Aaron Sisko. Brady Walker Stack. Lydia Elizabeth Starnes. Sarah Nicole Stevens. Nicholas Alexander Taylor. Marcus Brennan Tuckerman. David Ladon Westfield. Tanner Pierce Wittenbarger. Christian David Wilson. Vanessa Mae White. Brandon Allen White II. Jeffrey Grisali Zamorano Fuentes.
Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Hello, I'm Jimbo Canada, and I'm the student body president here at Walker Valley High School. Oh, okay. Thanks. So, since I was elected student body president, I've been thinking about how I would write this speech. All year, I've agonized over what stories to tell and what advice to leave all of you. And by all year, I mean the past week. So, Thursday night, while sitting in a California airport after adding 3 pieces of regalia, shout out to Deca, I started to think about what I wanted to do with this speech. And I started the place where I'd start any assignment, with research. I watched like a million graduation speeches, but they didn't help at all. Every time I went to write, I found myself taking the words of other people. And so I realized if I was going to take someone else's words, it needed to be someone that meant a lot to me. So tonight, I'd like to begin my speech by sharing a quote from a man who has vested his time, his wisdom, and his love into his AV program and me. I would like to share a quote from Mr. Ethan Evers. And if you all would humor me just a little bit, I'd like to have you all learn it too. So if you would please repeat after me, we're going to learn this quote. Time is money. Money is power. And power is pizza. Now, as I started thinking about this quote, I thought, how am I going to turn this into an entire graduation speech? But then I started thinking about our graduating class and all the things we've done and the ways we've united as one. And so that's why I've decided to add a little something to Mr. Evers' quote. And I'd like to say that pizza is all of us. Okay, hear me out on this, guys. So we start as dough. We're malleable, we're soft, we're yeasty, we're ready to be formed. And as this dough, it's time to be thrown up into the air. Jaylee Easley can confirm that being thrown into the air is really scary. And even if you're not afraid of heights, falling is terrifying. That feeling of sinking down without a parachute or any kind of safety net is enough to make someone pee their pants. It's so scary. But here at Walker Valley, we have always been caught. Every new experience, good or bad, we have found ourselves in the safe, comforting hands of our parents, our teachers, and our friends. And so, as we've been caught over and over again, we've been folded and molded and rolled into a new shape. And as you guys continue to grow and learn and adapt, remember that yeasty form you came from, because it's so important to remember your roots. So, now that we've been shaped, it's time to add the special sauce. For my metaphor, I define the sauce as the memories. All the special things we've experienced here at Walker Valley. Whether it be late nights or early mornings, cookout runs or map parties, after school practices, or ACT maps. Although I don't know how fun those ACT maps are. But every memory has been special, and they've all been blended together into this savory layer of nostalgia. Too often people forget about the sauce, even though it's such a crucial part of the pizza. But I urge all of you, as we continue into the future, to remember the sauce and keep making sauce in the future. Now, sauce is shared, but the next part of our pizza is completely individual. The most important part, the part that is unique to everyone in this stadium, is the toppings. Every person has their own toppings that make them special and lovely. My dear friend Bella Guyton was blessed with a ton of the singing topping, and anyone who has heard her perform can confirm that. My sister Mary Beth Canada is overflowing with kindness, and even our own administrator, Dr. Bell, has the perfect garnish for her job. She's very kind and very nurturing, but she can get anything done, and she's a very talented actress. And I would be remiss to not talk about the topping of my SGA sponsor, Olivia Scoggins, who today happens to be birthday flavored, because today is her birthday. Now, don't get too excited, don't get too excited. I was explicitly told not to do anything crazy or to make a big deal. But I was only told that by her, because she is one of the most humble, hardworking, and impressive women in this entire school. So please wish her a happy birthday, just under your breath where she can't hear it. Now, if I was given the opportunity, I could stand up here and talk about my favorite traits of my favorite people all day. But I try to tell them in the day-to-day, and I urge all of you to as well. Whenever you meet someone in your life who has that special topping, that thing that you're impressed by, that thing that you love, or even that thing you're jealous of, tell them. Now, we have our dough, we have our sauce, we have our toppings. What do we do now? Well, we've got to cook. So, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had raw pizza. But if you have, I feel really bad for you, because I'm sure that was a terrible experience. And I'm sure you can confirm that raw pizza doesn't taste very good. We have to be cooked. We have to grow under the fire and rise like rising crust to the challenges laid before us. Walker Valley High School has been our oven, and we've been cooked and been allowed to cook here for the last 4 years. But this will not be the last oven we are in. As you move into the workplace, into family life, and in your future communities, you are going to be cooked over and over and over again. But you also must cook the future generation. Because Even though all of us here are just like a pizza, pizza is just like life, a circle. And so, in this circle of life, we owe it to ourselves to invest everything that's been invested in us into those around us. So, graduates, I planned a little something special to finish off my speech. If all of you look under your chairs, there is a slice of pizza taped to the bottom of all of them. Look, look! Just kidding, there's no pizza. But we do get to turn the tassels, so stand up, graduates, because we have something really exciting to do. Oh, and there's a beach ball, that's nice. Okay, oh, I don't have my... Okay, so, in the little research I did for this speech, I learned that turning the tassel is all about turning the page into adulthood. It's about turning away from the sunset of youth and nostalgia and into the sunrise of adulthood and wisdom. So, if you will all take your tassel that's on the right side of your cap, and with me, move it over to the left, and welcome yourself into adulthood. And I can think of no one better to welcome us all into adulthood than one of the kindest, hardest working, most lovely young women at this school. I am pleased to announce your next speaker, my dear friend, Kennedy Smith.
Good evening. My name is Kennedy Smith, and I am honored to be giving the Fellowship of Christian Athletes final address tonight. We are joined here together in honor and celebration of a long-awaited graduation. This field is full of young adults eager to start a new chapter of life. As we conclude our time this evening, I would like to offer a moment of reflection as I speak of my hopes and future prayers for the class of 2024. God, I would first like to ask that each person here tonight knows the name of Jesus Christ, that they would understand that your Son died on the cross to cover all of their sins, that they would know that all who believe in you and accept you into their hearts will one day live in heaven with you forever. If they don't know you, God, I ask that you would make yourself known, relevant, and real in their lives. I ask for your hand of protection over each student sitting on this field's life, over each of their futures, for discernment and clarity in each step that they take, that they would know the difference between right and wrong, and that you would guide them in making decisions that will honor you in all that they do. I ask for the relationships that will continue and the new relationships that will form as I and my fellow classmates move on from high school and start new paths. I ask for relationships that will support, uplift, and direct each other in a path that leads to you, God, in all seasons of life. My hope is that each person here would also be that type of person to others, the selfless and kind friend that everyone wants to have, that everyone looks for. God, thank you for our high school experience full of ups, downs, and growth. Thank you for your words in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. What peace and joy it brings me to know that you go before your people, that you care about them enough to have a unique plan and purpose for each of their lives. God, thank you for the class of 2024. May you be known, may you be loved, and may your children walk in the path you've laid out daily. These are my true desires and future prayers for every single person here tonight, especially the graduates sitting in front of me on this field. May God guide, comfort, and bless you all. Thank you, and go Mustangs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the Walker Valley High School class of 2024.